The security guard barged into my room late at night and tried to do something inappropriate. I angrily yelled that I could be his mother, but despite that, he still didn't back off, threatening me afterward, saying if I didn't want to be embarrassed, I shouldn't make a scene, and that we could continue living together in the future. I was furious and grabbed my phone to call the police, but the security guard snatched the phone from my hand and smashed it on the floor at my age. How could I tolerate such humiliation? So I stormed to the police station, but before I could go in, my 3 sons arrived. I thought they were there to support me, but to my surprise, my eldest son urged me to go home, saying if I made a big fuss about this, the neighbors would mock us. It turned out 2 months ago. My eldest son was involved in a hit-and-run seeing. There were no cameras around. He decided to flee, but the security guard had captured this on camera as leverage. If I called the police and angered the guard, he would expose what my son had done. That's why my selfish eldest son urged me to settle this privately. Second son said he was about to chase after a rich woman if I made a scene. He might not be able to be with her. I was so furious I clutched my chest to my shock. Not one of my sons was on my side, so I angrily continued walking toward the police station, but my youngest son pushed me back. He also thought this situation would hurt his future. Seeing their indifferent faces, I realized I had raised them in vain, and I decided, even if they didn't recognize me as their mother, I would still report it to the police. But to my surprise, my second son pushed me to the ground. He said if I insisted on filing a report today, I could forget about them taking care of me in my old age, but I kept moving toward the police station. When my eldest son saw I wasn't listening, drove his car straight at me when I was injured. My youngest son almost got out of the car, but thinking about his future, he heartlessly kept his hands down just then. All 3 of their phones rang with good news. Eldest son had mysteriously received $10 million in his account. My second son was hired by a multinational company as an executive, and my youngest son was accepted into a prestigious foreign university. The 3 brothers cheered and danced in the car. Little did they know, all of this happened because of me, because I am the elder sister of the wealthiest person in the country. I was kidnapped as a child and taken deep into the mountains. My brother finally found me upon learning I had 3 sons. He arranged for his company to pave the way for their futures and decided to personally bring me home. However, when my sons heard the news, the first thing they thought was not to let me ruin their futures. Just then, my brother arrived. As soon as he helped me up, my sons got out of the car. When they saw my brother, my second son even slandered him, calling him my lover. I angrily cursed at them, calling them bastards. My brother, furious, punched my son. The youngest son, seeing this, boasted that the 3 of them had money, power, and a future, and that my brother couldn't afford to provoke them. Before he finished speaking, my eldest son ordered that I be tied up and taken back. When my brother tried to stop them, my second son punched him and they forcibly dragged me away. I was then locked in a storage room. Just when I was feeling hopeless, my brother finally arrived. Seeing how the 3 sons were treating me, he immediately ordered all the gifts they received to be taken back and decided to hold a family recognition ceremony to get justice for me. At that time, my second son was boasting in front of a rich woman, saying he was now an executive at the company. But when the woman checked, there was no such thing. My second son guessed that the process hadn't been completed.